Veteran here again with another video, and I apologize. I am trying to currently get set up right now. Busy. So you're gonna have to, unfortunately, give me a minute as I get set up with all of my stuff right now. I didn't want to not live stream at the time that I promised. So give me a moment. So I am currently getting set up right now. Give me a moment as I get all of this situated. Yeah, so basically today we are going to be painting a purple orc. I'm not quite sure how well it's going to come out. I'm honestly not sure how it's going to fucking work at all. But my girlfriend wanted to see it. The people that watch my stuff want me to paint it. So we got to do it, unfortunately. Fortunately, I should say, because it is a perfect opportunity to expand and try new things. So give me a moment as I continue to get set up here. I haven't in a rush right now, trying to get everything. Okay, so we got that going, get multi-view going. All right, one moment. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about doing this. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about doing this because from the videos that I've watched, I'm just going to pull out every fucking purple color that I have and just kind of go from there. How's it going, everybody? I don't know how this is going to work. I'm kind of just winging it at the moment. So I have a mixture of random ass purples. Yeah. How's it going, Wenda, Danny? We are going to attempt to paint a fucking orc and see how this works. So I got a Caraburn Crispin shade, a fucking Magnus purple contrast, layer Gene Stealer purple, a Drukhari violet shade, another Drukhari for some reason, and we got Magaroth Night. Now, how I'm going to put all of these colors together to paint a fucking purple orc is beyond me. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to put them on the wet palette, try to find which color is the darkest, and start from there. Honestly, I think the darkest is going to be this Nagaroth Night. From there, what we're going to do is we'll put Nagaroth Night on here, and then we will see that's going to be difficult. I might put Caraburn Crimson over the top of that and see how that looks. And then from there, we can use the Gene Stealer purple to enhance the muscles definitions and whatnot. Oh, fuck. All right. 1 second. The dropper bottle lid doesn't want to cooperate today. It is stuck in there quite well. All right. So I think, as I was saying, The Genester Purple will go over top of it, and hopefully it will look nice. But we're winging it at the moment, so I have no idea how this is going to work, to be honest. But my girlfriend asked for it. The people that watch this channel asked for it, so we're going to fucking do it and just hope for the best. Clean off these fucking snippers. All right. Brushes, paper towel, and there we go. So we're going to start off with this. We're just going to paint the base of this model first with this color and then go from there as we work our way around this model. The snow bases are, they're coming, so I can explain that. Me and my girlfriend went to a comic book store today. She's been wanting to get back into painting. So, because of how obsessed I am with Warhammer, she's like, well, why don't I just paint your bases for you for your orcs? And I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. So, she went on YouTube and found a bunch of videos that she liked. So, we hit up the comic book store today, and she picked up a bunch of different shades of blue from Army Painter and Citadel. So, she is currently at this moment, I think, literally, trying to follow a tutorial on how she wants these bases to come out. So as I paint these orc models, she is going to be a swell lad, or she's going to be a deer and actually help me out a bit by making these bases look nice and pretty. How's it going, Fox? So, yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to see what she comes up with. I know I kind of left her with no fucking... I left her with no bases to work with, minus the ones out of the combat patrols, so she had to unfortunately go ahead and buy a 100 pack off of Amazon, and it will be there tomorrow. But no, Fox, I appreciate you joining whenever. If you can or can't come, as long as you're here to be here. You know, that's all that matters. So don't feel like you're obligated to show up at any point in time. If you miss a stream or 2 or 10, that's all right by me. Anybody who comes in here, hopefully they can learn something from my fumbling around. But if you don't, you're here just to see my pretty hands, then I appreciate that too. Yeah, well, you know, I could, but it's already a money sink into this hobby, and I'm not confident enough to really do that. I used to be really good with computers when I was a wee lad, you know, in my teens and early 20s, but I haven't touched a computer of significance in a while, so I wouldn't know the first fucking thing to do, honestly, about going about that. And plus, I spend all my money on Warhammer, so it's like, you know what? I don't think I can afford a new hobby to jump into. No, it's fine. Still, like I said, I appreciate you coming here and watching this. So whenever you're willing to make it, I'm willing to have you, man. As for you, Hunter, yeah, I think I'll probably stick to Etsy and see if I can find it cheaper. But I think she went ahead and got 120 for $11.99 off of Amazon, and just go from there, you know. But yeah, we'll see what she comes up with in the base design. Regardless, I'll be excited to put my models on her bases. Well, I mean, it's up to you. If it's like, the hardest thing about streaming for me, what I've found is since I have a pretty mundane life, it's like, what do I talk about throughout this entire process? This is new. This is a purple orc. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just slapping paint on a model. But since my life is pretty predictable throughout the week, it's like, what do you talk about? You know? No. Cat? Cat! Get down off my computer. So if you're willing to, you know, do this full time and are very good with communicating, then by all means go ahead and do it. Yes, the cat again wants to jump on my fucking desk, but I'm not about to have his litter shit paws on my desk. No, thank you. I love the guy to death, and he will be with me for the rest of his life. But he is not allowed on this fucking desk, and let alone the counters anywhere. That is a countertop. I will spray him in the face as many times as it takes for him to learn. Do not jump on top of counters. But how's this purple looking? Is it looking pretty good? You think? This purple is fucking beautiful, man. This is a really beautiful color. Yeah, this is a dark orc, which I'm glad because that means I have a lot to work with when it comes to the muscles, tones, and whatnot. So hopefully this Gene Steeler purple will be really good for the skin tone. And it's perfect too because you wanted to see like a Tyranid. So Gene Steeler purple is where it's at. But no, yeah, but no, man. Like, um, there is so many models on Etsy for pennies on the dollar that if you're interested in anything, like I don't mind sending you something. I know a friend now who joined my live stream about 3 months ago. His name's Chris. He occasionally joins. He's sending me a box of stuff he has as well. And it's like, I'm willing to help people get into the hobby because I fucking enjoy it. I've been painting for 4 months straight. I mean, I haven't touched video games. Literally, I played Space Marine 2 the other day for the first time in over 3 months. And it's like, I am literally obsessed. And knowing myself well enough, I do not doubt that I will be at thousands of models at some point. I'm going to paint until I die. This will be my definitive hobby that I do for the rest of my life. And like if I can help somebody get into the hobby as well and find enjoyment like I did, and even if they don't, I feel like I've done good in the world because of this. I love doing this. It's fucking like, no, cat, get down, you fucker. Ah. Yeah, I love the red orcs, man. The fucking red orcs. Oh, they're so fucking beautiful. This purple orc, it's coming in a hot second. The red and the purple are kind of where it's at the moment. It's looking pretty nice. So, yeah. I don't know. I might be a fucking purple orc, man. if this turns out how I think it's going to turn out. We might have a whole fucking wah of purple fucking orcs. All right, let me look at the difference between these two. And they're cheap as hell, man. They're fucking cheap as all hell. This is literally the cheapest fucking models that I have found. It is beyond cheap. Like a fucking pack of 10 boys, 35 bucks, you know? Etsy, $20 for a pack of fucking 12. And it's like Space Marines, 50 bucks for a pack of 10 Assault Intercessors. The most basic unit. And you can get 2 boxes for almost like, you would have to buy, no, yeah, you can get 2.5 boxes for the price of 2 boxes of Space Marines. It's amazing. But we're going to be up late tonight. So let me talk about this first. So I got to get my son to sleep in about 15 to 20 minutes from now. He has school in the morning, so I'm going to get him to bed. So there, at some point in time, there will be a pause in all this. But after that, I plan on staying up late tonight. I have to be to work at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, so I don't have to be up until 7, meaning that I can stay up theoretically till midnight. So I might actually do that. I want to paint these orcs how I paint them, you know, and I might even paint a second orc depending on how fast I get this shit done. But yeah, I want to stay up and paint, watch my show. I'm fucking watching Cops at the moment. But we'll see. We'll definitely see how late we stay up. So if you're willing to have me, I'm willing to fucking keep going. The paint brushes that I got, Amazon, cheap ass fucking brushes. Literally, I only have 2 brushes that I bought directly from Europe, and I don't even use them. I just bought brushes straight from Amazon, just a pack of fucking like 15 of them. Then I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought a pack of those as well. They're nothing special. I will find the links for them in a minute, and I'll post it in the chat here. Actually, here are the airbrushes. Those are the airbrushes that I bought, or not, the dry brushes. Sorry, fucking wrong word. Those are the dry brushes that I bought, and one moment. No. Damn cat. Fuck. 1 second. Why is it not? I can't find the brushes. I'll have to look later. My past orders aren't showing up. But those are the dry brushes that I got, if that helps at all. So I'm using Jukari Violet right now on this model as a shade to see exactly what happens, to get into all the recesses of the muscles and the definition. So I'm doing a heavy wash over top of all the muscles, the face, the hands, and whatnot. Like I said, never done this before. I've never done this before, so it's literally just winging it right now to see what happens. So if it turns out like shit, well, unfortunately, we're fucked, because I don't have the stuff necessary to strip the paint from these models. So we'll see. This fucking, hi Francis, how's it going, man? Hopefully you're having a good day, and hopefully your weekend has been fabulous. Hopefully your retirement is still enjoyable. Hopefully you ain't gotten bored of it yet. But I was gonna say, I'm watching Cops right now on YouTube, and a guy, they tackled him to the ground, put him in handcuffs. He's like, hey, what's going on? Why'd you run from us? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, well, who's the buddy in the car with you? He's like, I don't know. And he's like, can you tell me anything else besides I don't know? And he's like, wait, what did he say? Hold up. And he's like, do you have a valid driver's license? I don't know. Do you have warrants? I don't know. It's like, you don't know much, John. He's like, who's your buddy? Fuck, I don't know. So you don't know who the guy is in the car with you? He's like, no, I don't know. He's like, what do you know? And he was like, I know that I don't know. Fucking stupid. And fucking popped the guy in the mouth if I heard him say that. Um, so, issue. I don't have any more purples. So looks like Gene Stealer purple is going to be what we're going to be using for the muscle definition. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a little bit of the Nagaroth Night with some white. I'm going to darken the Nagaroth white, or lighten the Nagaroth white a little bit, just a small amount. If I have fucking my white, unless they left it with her. Okay, thank God I have it. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of Nagaroth white to some Corax white just to get a little bit lighter, because this color right here is way too fucking light. It's like damn near, you can see what it looks like. It's ridiculous. So this purple is dark enough. I want to go multiple layers of the Nagaroth. So what I'm using is, when I did the red orcs, basically, to allow the muscles to pop the best way is you want to start by, you want to do a base layer of your darkest color. So in this instance, it's the purple. My darkest purple that I have is the Nagaroth Night. From here, I added Jukari Violet. And what this is going to do is it's going to fall into the recesses. The recesses meaning the muscles that curve downwards. So his abs, let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see this, give a little bit of explanation. So his abs are about right here. The Jukari Violet is going to flow into the little recesses in between his pectoral muscles, not pectoral, his fucking ab muscles and whatnot. And it's going to darken up, so it's going to look dark inside of the recesses. From there, this model is dark as shit, you know, it's a purple orc, so you want to lighten it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to mix a bit of the Nagaroth Night with white, only because I don't have anything that's a little bit lighter than this purple. I have this Gene Stealer purple, but the Gene Stealer purple is very fucking light. How's it going, STR? How are you going, man? The Gene Stealer purple is super light, so I'm going to put this on last to cover like the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a little bit of white to the Nagaroth purple, or the Night, to lighten it up just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover just the definition of the muscles, and then I'm going to finish it off with the purple, the Gene Stealer, just the very top of the muscle. So I'm moving upwards towards the raised edges of the muscle, if that makes sense. So as I mix these two together and I apply this, I'm just going to cover just the muscle itself, and then the Gene Stealer purple is going to be at the very edge of the muscle. That way you can see a transition between the darkest to the lightest color. So when you're looking at the model far away, you're actually able to see, oh, the muscle pops out, you know, the muscle, like you can see the not necessarily bulge, but you can see the definition in the muscle because of the different light hitting the model itself. Because if you think about it, when the sun hits a raised, like his face right here, let me back up a little bit. Let's hypothetically say the sun is hitting right here. The sun's right here, and it's hitting directly on the model, as my fucking light camera is. This side of the face is super light, right? So I want to apply the lightest color on this side of the model. this side of his face is not directly hitting the light source, so it's going to be darker. So you're going to apply this a little bit higher shade, but not super bright. Same thing with the muscles, right? The muscle definition, interior, the very middle center of the fucking muscle is its darkest point because of where the light source is at. Like right here, about right here, right there, and whatnot. And you want to move upwards towards the light source in a lighter and lighter color. So when a person's looking at the model far away, straight up like this, they can see, oh, this is the highest point of the muscle definition, so you're able to actually see the transition towards the darkest color. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not the best explanation when it comes to this type of stuff, but yeah, hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. I'm slowly trying to get better with explaining this type of stuff, you know. But when it comes to actually applying it to the model itself, I'm not the greatest, you know. I can explain it well, but the application is a little tough still for me. Ooh, that's a little bit too much. So, yeah, I only have a few purples, so I don't know how this is going to fucking work. We'll see. I honestly don't have many purple. So we'll see how this works. All right, we're going to add a little bit of water to this. You know, and at any point in time, if somebody's more advanced than I am when it comes to actually painting, who knows fucking more than me, feel free to correct me if I'm cat. Oh. I will show him in a minute. When we're done with all this, I swear I will show you what the cat looks like. But fuck. Being an ass. Oh, that's too fucking light. Hold up. Clean off this brush a little bit. All right, hopefully that's dark enough. Mm. Trying to mix this stuff perfectly is quite the pain in the ass. Well, that's better than nothing. All right. All right, let's see. Ah. Yeah, this is quite difficult. I'm having to fucking mix like the exact amount of paint into this model to try and get the same consistency. It is fucking hard. it's I'm struggling there, man. I can explain it, but actually mixing it is oh, what a pain in the ass. This is why they have like exact color to this stuff. All right, hold up. I need to add a little bit more water to this. Yeah. A little bit. All right, let's try this again. You know, I should actually do this. This is actually a pretty, like you said, pretty good practice, but fuck, it's annoying. God damn. Well, what have you been working on, STR? How much have you gotten done? I haven't heard from you in the Discord in a while. Anything, any projects finished, started, anything new? Ah, the only thing I don't like about these orcs models is I can't fucking see inside the, like, the deepest layers of. Well, um, I'm glad that this has given me the opportunity to go outside of my comfort zone because of them asking me to try something new, you know? Otherwise, I would have never done this. I would have just tried to attempt a green. Goddamn, man. Hey, I mean that's good though. I mean you're fucking going slow with it. You're not rushing it at all, so it's getting how you want it to be. So that's what's important, you know. That's the one thing that I struggle with, like at least over the last couple months is like I get off work and it's like, oh man, I just want to fucking paint. So it's like I rush these projects and I get to the point to where it's like, man, I'm getting a model done in an hour, and it's like I look at it afterwards and I know it's like fuck. But I don't want to bring that up. I'm not talking about that. That's a dying horse. Um, but um, yeah, I picked up a few more models. I don't know if you saw in the Discord. Um, no, I don't need days off. I enjoy this too much. Um, 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 I got a few more models. I got the plague, fucking, what are they? The, oh Jesus, I can't think of their name. The, oh Lord, what are the Nurgle units that you become? Not the Poxwalkers. Poxwalkers are their own thing. Plague fucking zombies. I think that's what they're called. But I got a box of those, and they come with like the cutest fucking Nurglings. My girlfriend like, oh my god, we need to get like 5 of these. Yes, plague bearers. Um, she was like, we need to get a bunch of these because they come with so many fucking Nurglings. And I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea because I want to add a Nurgle unit to every one of my fucking plague marines. But if I were to do that, I would end up with 90 plague bears. I don't know if I'm willing to do that. I don't know. Maybe in the future I will try it. All I know is she's working on the basis for these orcs, so I'm excited to see what she comes up with. I'll definitely show you guys on my community channel or make a short about it. And when she finishes it, I will. Um, yeah, hopefully it looks good. I have faith in her abilities. I actually convinced her to actually work on my orc bases, and you know what? She did it. We went to the game store today and bought a bunch of fucking blue paint. Yeah, the Bane blade I need to start working on because I just don't like how it looks, just a black fucking tank. But I told her last night when we were laying to bed, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to fucking rush this tank. Every weekend that I come up there until I move up to Minnesota, I am going to do just one section at a time. I'm just going to fix, like, this weekend, I think I'm going to work on the fucking tracks on the left side. Next weekend, the tracks on the right side, and then the back, the front. But I'm not willing to paint a big ass tank like that all in just one sitting. I'm gonna just section it out into their own part, you know. But I need to get my son to bed. I know this is not ideal, but it's 9:30. I'm gonna get him asleep. So give me, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna mute my phone for the minute, take a break, take a piss. I will be back, I promise. So in the meantime, just I'll be back. All right, everybody, I am back. Sorry, I am here. Um, um, Let me read your message, STR. All right. Baneblade, I beseech you, please get a bottle of Vallejo metal color or series paint like steel or burnt iron. So the steel or like burnt iron, what is that for? Like the tracks, you mean? If you're still here, that is. Sorry, I had to get him asleep. My son has to be to school every day at 8 a.m., so I have to make sure that he wakes up perfectly fine, you know? All right. So, metal things, it's beautifully thin, so no clumpy metal colors. Well, what I was going for was I was going to do for the Bane Blade. I was originally thinking about doing that sponge effect, like I normally have been for my tanks, but with the Bane Blade being like the largest fucking unit, it's like I don't want to like um, I don't want to um, God damn it, hold up. I don't want to just do a basic color. I want to actually do it properly. So I think I'm just going to put corn red down as its base and try and find a way to darken that color from there, you know. I went on a thread and tried to follow this guy's tutorial on it, but it's quite difficult, to be honest. In this part, it's like I gotta be super fucking close to his face to see what I'm doing. Hold up, let me switch brushes. Putty method? You know, that's probably something that I haven't heard of before, so you can explain that to me. All right. All right. But no, yeah, I was following this guy's thread on this random website, and he did like corn red and then darkened it up a little bit. I don't know. It's quite the project, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about doing it. To be honest, that's one reason why I haven't touched it, because it's like such a fucking expensive model. I don't want to ruin it. Rune. Sure, huge models are intimidating. Trust me, with the world I know, but sometimes you gotta just say heck it and just try. You always, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think going in like sections is better instead of just like attaching an airbrush and then just being like, ah, fuck it, and just trying it out, you know, and just like fucking covering the whole thing in corn red. I don't know. I think that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say fuck it and just. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's all right. I'm not too stressed about it. Or you were going to start somewhere and let the results fuel your motivation. Yep. Um, I just know with the Bane Blade there is quite a lot of like little delicate areas. Um, well, okay, not delicate areas. Sorry, wrong terminology. There is a lot of like congested areas, like especially towards the back of the tank. There's a almost like a cathedral with smoke pipes and whatnot coming out the back. So I think for like something like that, I just need to like paint one pipe at a time and then just hope for the best, you know? Um, but I think as I paint and I get better and better with this, I'm slowly like gaining more and more confidence with these painting. Like this model in particular, it's kind of winging it at the moment and just hoping for the best. But it's not like it's coming out terrible, you know? There's nothing directly like happening at the moment that's like, oh fuck, I need to redo this damn thing. You know, I'm able to have the I'm able to have the confidence necessary to just kind of throw shit together and know that it's going to come out really well. Um, but this is actually, I think this is my fourth orc model that I've done this weekend. They're surprisingly easy to paint. Well, that's what I told her. I was like, you know what? Besides this Bane Blade, like the next big model that I want, like super size, is the I think it's the Thunderhawk gunship from fuck, what is it called? It's like that old GW line, the like super expensive one that they sell for like $800-900. Um, it's like the same thing with that Eldar. Or no, it's not Eldar. It's the Tau super sized fucking triangle ship, whatnot. I know like when I by the end of all this, that's gonna be like my coup de grace of painting. Yeah, the Manta. That's what it is. I was trying to think of like what the fuck it was. I didn't know. I couldn't. That thing is huge. It is massive. I didn't realize how big it was until I saw a video of it. And I was like, man, that takes up like half a freaking desk. It's bigger than a lot of Lego sets, you know? And like Some of the Lego sets like I have back there are like the modular ones are huge, but it's like holy shit. That thing, it's like you almost need to use an airbrush for it. All right, so this is done. Now I'm gonna add some white to this. I'm gonna do the lightest purple that I can. And this is just going to be for the face itself. Now, I'm going to ask, what do you guys think should be the color of his eyes? Purple orc, what color do you think the eyes need to be? Red? Pink? I mean, it can't really be pink. Blue? Dark blue? Light blue? Yeah. Well, I don't think I'll ever play it on the tabletop itself, but I still want to paint it really well though. Fuck, I don't know. Light blue. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Let's see what light blues I got. What is the lightest fucking blue I got? I think it's this Glacier Pilar Glacier. I got this in the mail the other day. But I also have this glowing green, so I will put it on the palette and I will let you see what it looks like, and then you can decide what I go for. Where's the white? Oh, it's right over there. Sorry. All right, so white. Green. This is a fluorescent green. Oh, fuck. And then blue. Let me finish with this, and then we will move on to the rest. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I don't think I would ever own the Manta, but the Thunderhawk is definitely on my bucket list of things that I want to get, you know? All right, let's get his fingers. Ooh, shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to get that fucking close. Fucking nails. Trying to get his fucking... All right. I know you really can't see it that well because this light sucks ass, but I think it looks really well. Really cool. Really, really cool. Not sure if I would say it's like making an army out of it, you know? I definitely prefer the red orc more than a purple orc, but it's definitely it has its charm. This is by far the hardest part for me. Trying to get the eyes of an orc is harder than a Space Marine's visor. Because you really can't see, there's not much definition in these models for the eyes. Damn it. Ah! See? Fuck. Fuck. I fucked his eye up. Damn it, you fucking orc. Oh, my lord. Alright, well, looks like we're having to go over the fucking purple again. Damn it. Shit. Damn. You really can't see his eyes because it's all like fucking compacted in there. Okay. So, let's see. Are you saying blue or green? Which one do you think will look better with the orc model? I'll let you look at them from right here. Which one do you think will pop more? Give it a minute for you guys to decide. In the meantime, I'm going to start working on his body as you contemplate which color. Yeah, I appreciate it, STR. You have a good night, and I'm excited. You definitely post all the stuff that you get done. I know you haven't shown us in a while, but I'm excited to look forward and seeing it, man. But have a good rest of your night as well. I'll talk to you later. Let me paint this brown. Blue cause blue. Yep. All right. I'll do blue then. I always struggle with like these fucking Beast Snagga boys when it comes to their furs because I don't have many browns. I literally do not have like any browns besides Renix hide. So it's hard for me to like create anything substantial. All right, you said white or blue, so ooh, blue. I'm probably gonna have to go over this guy with a few layers of blue to make it look like a dark or a bright, if that makes sense. Come on. Okay, not this fucking brush. All right, let's get a silver in here. Lead Belcher. We're gonna dry brush this shit on here. Oh wait, no, that's Runeflame Steel. Oopsie. Uh-oh. I left the silver with her. Okay. Well, we're going Runefang Steel then. Well, I don't have any blues. I have this Stormfield Silver, but it's a contrast paint. It's the same thing with this Glacier. It's meant for the skin and whatnot, so it's not like a base. I mean, I'll try it and see if this one works better. All right, let's get the dry brush out. I gotta clean this dry brush off a little bit because I left her with a few. So give me a minute as I get this figured out. Let me zoom this out a little bit so you can see what the fuck I'm doing. So I left all of my colors that I normally don't use at all at her house. So, yeah. I only have 2 containers worth at the moment. So we're gonna just clean these fucking dry brushes off and go from there. All right. How does that look? I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna have to zoom in. I'll zoom in a minute. So you'll be able to see the eyes. Yeah, I know, exactly. It's like I need the fucking color, but it's not there. But it's like, because I drive 250 miles to my girlfriend's house every weekend, and she wanted to do the bases for the orcs, you know. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave her with more of my bases, you know. I'm gonna leave her with more of my paint. So now that I'm like fucking trying to paint, it's like, well, tits. I've completely screwed myself. Yep. Thankfully, orcs are super cheap to paint. They are one of the few units in Age of Sigmar and 40k that are just like, you can just throw colors on and be perfectly fine with. So even if this doesn't turn out all right, you know, it's not that big a deal. I still have 50 I can fucking paint. You know, I'm not in a hurry. I don't need... and hell, I don't even know what the point cost is for orcs, but I know it's not high. You know, I know it, like a fucking pack of 10 can't be much when it comes to points. So if you want a 2,000 point army of just fucking boys, just fucking orc boys, you're going to need like 300 of them fuckers. So me screwing up on a couple of them has no relevance whatsoever. I would probably be killed. All of the ones that I've painted so far would be destroyed in one turn. Like, literally, just one fucking turn, all of these boys would be destroyed. Like, I could spend the next month just painting boys, and I doubt they would last 2 turns. I don't know. I know nothing of the game itself. I know nothing about how to play, but I just instinctively know that 50 fucking orcs would just be obliterated by a fucking tank like that, you know? So I don't have to worry about fucking up the paint at all. I don't have to worry about, like, they can look like the ugliest bastards in the world. They're just fungus, you know? They're not pretty at all. It's the one unit in all of this, minus the Poxwalkers, that I can say I give a rat's ass how well or how good these guys look. Because I'm going to have hundreds of them. By the time I'm fucking dead, I will literally have an entire shelf filled with a couple hundred orcs. And I know that with an absolute certainty at this point, that there will be more orcs in this fucking army that I will know what to do with. But they're fun to paint, you know? The muscles are great. I love the fucking muscles on this. They're just so good to paint. They just to see it up close. Oh, fuck. Just to see the muscles up close is good, you know? Well, considering the combat patrol box comes with 32, I've painted 5. I've painted 5 out of my 32. I have 27 left. I bought two boxes of boys today, so I have 52 boys to build and paint. So, needless to say, it's a lot. And I plan on getting 2 of each of the orcs, so like 2 combat patrols, because each one of these orcs has 2 models, you know, they have 2 different options. So every single fucking orc has 2 different ways you can build them. So it's like, why not get 2 combat patrols? Why not get fucking 2 guys? You know, it just makes sense. Just perfect, reasonable sense. And it's like, oh, they come out with, you know, Orc Boys from 2018 and the newest version, or the old version from whenever, and the new 2018 version. So it's like, you know that each one of those boys are going to be 2 different options of building. So, you know, why not get 2 of each? So that's an extra fucking 20. And then, oh, we have Etsy. You know, don't forget about Etsy and their fucking random shit that they have. You know, on Etsy, I have literally like 5 or 6 different orc models of 10 each. You know, so that's another 50. And that's just from this one seller. You know what? We're going to change the angle of this. So you can actually see me. So, yeah, we have plenty of fucking orcs to potentially build. And that's just from the one seller off of Etsy. So that's fucking what, 50 to 70? And from there, it's like, you know, there's so much fucking variety on this. It's ridiculous. The level of potential it comes to the orcs. And because of how cheap this shit is, I can literally spend over a year buying models, and I would still end up in a situation to where I never run out, you know? So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited about where I'm able, or how much I'm able to buy, and the differences and different vehicles and whatnot I'm able to get. When me and my girlfriend were at the comic store today, there was a bunch of Age of Sigmar stuff that I wanted to get for the orcs. There was 2 boxes that I found. I'll actually tell you what it is. Let me find it on Games Workshop. Hold up 1 second. So she loved the fucking the squigs. The squigs were fucking fantastic. There was a spearhead for let's change to USA. Hold up. So you have the brutes, pack of 5. This is off Games Workshop, so it's a little bit more expensive than what you would find on Amazon. So these are $62 for a pack of 5. If you get the spearhead, you get like fucking, what is it? I don't even know, 30 units for $150. Then you have like all the goblins. The fucking goblins are amazing, man. There's so many different goblin units. They just look so good. And all these fucking squigs, that's like, we were like this fucking close from buying the squig models. Like there was a, oh God, where is it at? I need to find it. Let me type that in. Squig. Oops. The squig box. It was a fucking squig hoppers. It was like $48 for a pack of 10, and they just look so fucking goofy, man. It just, oh, they're so fucking good. Like I wanted to buy it so goddamn bad. You also have the spearhead, the gloom spike GITZ. You get a bunch of fucking or not orcs, but Jesus Christ, what are these called? Goblins? Oh. Let us see. 1 second. Let me rotate. Oop, hold up. So we were about to pick up these guys, the squig hoppers. They were selling them for cheap. They're $60 online, but they were selling them for $48. And then you have these squig herds. Like, I love how they fucking look, man. They're just so fucking cool looking. I don't know what it's about them, but they're great. You also have these guys. This was another one that I wanted to pick up, but she said no. So I was like, fuck. Let's see if I can find something else. You also have the Moon Clan. I love the Goblin guys. They're fucking, they're so good, especially with the orcs. You have them together. And then, let's see. I think that's it, to be honest. Minus, like, this wasn't actually in the store, but yeah, you see what I mean. They look pretty good. I wanted to get them, but it's just too fucking expensive. You know, this hobby in general is really expensive. And the reason why I'm spending so much money right now on 40K is primarily because in the future, when I move up to Minnesota, you probably know that I'm moving up to Minnesota. For those who don't know, I'm moving up to Minnesota in the next couple months, and I'm going to be out of work for around 2 to 3 months. So I'm going to have no money whatsoever to spend on 40K. So right now, as I work, I'm just stocking up, like stocking up as much as I can, to the point to where it's like I'm buying and buying and buying week on week, because I don't know how long I'm going to be out of work. Me and my girlfriend aren't in a situation to where I need to get a job, but I also can't irresponsibly just spend money on models. So while I have a job at the moment, I am using those funds to just buy boxes of 40K, because I could spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, not working. There's really no timeline here. I mean, it just kind of depends on me, like how long I want to fucking not work. Like, technically, if you want to talk about this in a technical situation, I could never go back to my fucking job. I don't need to get another job because of my situation. I don't necessarily need to work another job in a traditional sense as a truck driver, but there's no way in fuck I can just continue doing this for indefinitely. There's just no way. So I'm going to eventually go back to a traditional job. But because of that, I'm just stockpiling fucking constantly. I am adding as many units as I physically can to my stockpile. And I will show you. Let me show you. So this is what I have right now. I have... Oh, shit. I have a box of Gretchen and that guy. I have a Custodes veteran units, the plague bearers. I also have, grandfather's gardeners. I have a box of Primaris infiltrators. Infernus squad, Devastator squad, Desolation squad, and a fucking drop pod. So, needless to say, I have quite the selection of models for the next, however long it takes me to build. But you can never have too much, You can never have too many fucking models. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find my corn red or my blood for the blood god, but I think I gave that to her this weekend. Shit. Oh, thank God I have it. When I'm done with this model, I'll show you what I've done. But I don't point my camera facing me that often, so I kind of wanted to show you guys what I look like. Not like you give a fuck, but still. I don't really need to add much to this model. I wanted to add a little bit of blood for the blood god to the guy. And go from there. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know why I'm awesome, but thanks for the compliment. I'll say that at least. That's one thing I struggle with is people giving me compliments. Even my girlfriend, when she fucking tells me that I look good, I'm just like, the fuck you mean I look good? I'm fucking look like a troll. Look like a fucking ogre a lot of the times, But regardless, I appreciate it, Fox. So I added a little bit of blood to his axe. Same thing with his cowl and the front of his body. I'm gonna add another layer to his eyes because they're not quite the the brightness that I like. Jesus Christ! The only like I said, the problem is I can't fucking see his eyes at all because they're just fucking they're in there deep. Jesus Christ! Fuck. Thank God I have fucking 20/20 vision. Otherwise, I would never be able to do this shit. You know, when it comes to painting skin, like I feel like I do good. I feel like I'm really good at like getting and understanding what to do, but I personally struggle with everything else with these orc models, you know. Like I'm able to explain to you like what the what is required to paint these models and how to go about doing it correctly, you know. But when you ask me like what the fuck do I paint, like his hide right here, what do I paint this fucking shoulder pad, what do I paint the axe, what about the weapon, I don't have an answer for you. What about the pants, the shoes, the fucking holster? I don't have an answer for you because I don't fucking know, to be honest. I look on images off of Google and there's a bunch of different options of how to do it, and there's no tutorial here. There's no way of going about actually doing it. So I'm just like, you know what? This looks good how it is. It's a fucking orc. It's not supposed to look fancy. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like I need to do more. You know, I feel like I need to add highlights to the weapons, the axe, and everything. But I honestly don't know what I should do to it. I think, to be honest, I'm just going to leave it how it is and just call it good. Um, yeah, I think the purple, like when you look at this model from far away, here, let me show you. Let me show you close up. Give me a second. When you look at this model from close up, the purple really gives you that defined feeling of it. The axe, the blood on it looks really good, but it like he's an orc. He doesn't need fucking much. Just the ammo casings, the hide maybe I could do something with, but I don't really know, to be honest. Um, the base, like I said, girlfriend's gonna do it herself, so yeah. Still, I feel like it looks good for what it is. It's not the greatest. I don't have that many purples to choose from. Yeah, I'm just going to end it here. I'm gonna call it good how it is. Yeah. I'm not actually willing to go to bed right now, so I don't know. I think I'm just going to call this model done for now. Besides that, let's see if there's anything I can really work on and talk about. I'm going to put away all my stuff, and then we'll go from there. So, overall, I think this was a pretty good insight of the potential of these models. I'm not necessarily sure if I want to continue with the purple theme, but it was definitely cool to build and try something new. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I want to have an entire army of purple orc models. All I know is tomorrow I am going to, I will show you what I'm going to work on. Give me a moment as I clear off this wet palette. Get all this fucking excess water off this shit. Alright, so tomorrow we are going to continue working on Death Guard and Space Marines. So, you guys chose, you were the ones who chose what we were doing starting tomorrow. So let's see. Let's back this up a little bit so you can see exactly what we're working on. So the purple work is done. Tomorrow, which is Tuesday night, we are going to be doing this guy. We did one last week, and now that I have extra blues, we're going to do the blue flame with him. So this is Tuesday night. Wednesday night will be another Flesh Terror, which is Blood Angels from the Blood Angels Terminator pack that I got and built. This one actually has a face on it, so we will be able to try out the skin tones and whatnot for this model. So this is for Wednesday night. Thursday night will be another Death Guard unit. This base is already made and whatnot. I have a bunch of these guys, but I have the plasma weapon, so I'll be able to do the glow effect looking really nice for this guy. So this is Thursday night. Now, I was supposed to do, because it's Monday night right now, I was supposed to do this model for Thursday. This is another Terminator under the big guy. He is the biggest fucking unit that I have of Terminators. He has the most weapons, the missile launcher, and everything associated with it. So because I go up to Minnesota Friday nights, we might have to save him until Sunday. Worst case scenario, he gets painted Monday night. But I also have another orc I brought with. This guy might be painted kind of whenever. I didn't go ahead and paint this little thing, but it shouldn't take more than 15-20 minutes to get this guy painted. But yeah, I still have this orc unit to go through and paint, but I'll probably do him this weekend. After that, I don't know. I'm not going to set up any kind of vote on the rest of my stuff because it's all sitting in the base, this metal sheet right here, but it will be a rinse and repeat of something like this. Either be Flesh Terror, then Death Guard, or Death Guard and Flesh Terror next week. So Sunday I will do a vote, and you guys can pick which one you want in the future for next week, but we got this to work on for the time being. So yeah, hopefully I get off work in time to be able to paint all of this stuff. I'm going to try my darnest to actually do that. In the meantime, I'm going to fucking glue this on here real quick. Or not, never mind. So I will definitely get another orc painted this weekend, probably 2 or 3 orcs, just because of how easy they are to paint. But yeah, this is the routine and what we're going to be working on this week. So I hope to see you guys there. I am going to head to bed, try to get enough sleep for tonight for work in the morning. I will catch you guys in the next stream, 8 p.m. tomorrow, which is the 22nd. If you're there, I appreciate you joining. If not, it is what it is. But I will definitely see you guys there tomorrow. Here's the model one last time. If you can see him, probably not. But I am going to get off for tonight. Thanks for joining. I will post the video in the short on my community channel and on my shorts on my YouTube channel. But have a good rest of your night, guys. Peace out as always. And yeah, talk to you later.